There are two main types of campaigns within Amazon Seller Central: automatic campaigns and manual campaigns. Now, there's different reasons that you'd want to run these campaigns, but we highly suggest you do run both of these, and actually several of them if possible. The auto campaign is basically just as it sounds. It's Amazon targeting particular keywords and products that are similar to what the shopper has typed into the search bar. Now, what are the advantages of using the auto campaigns? Well, number one, it's easy to set up. You just create the campaign, put a product, and run it as automatic. You don't have to do any kind of keyword research because, again, Amazon is doing all of that for you. So it is actually great for keyword research. If you don't have the opportunity to do that ahead of time, you can actually leverage the auto campaign and look at the data after the fact, and you can get some of the keyword data out of the search terms that have performed. You can also then, as you're collecting that data, you can then use those for manual campaigns. And effectively, you're just data mining that auto campaign. Now, it will find keywords, but it'll also find ASINs. Amazon auto campaigns do a great job of actually targeting product detail pages themselves as well. So you want to leverage it for both ASINs and keywords. Your manual campaigns is just as it sounds. It's a manual process. You actually have to tell Amazon which keywords that you want to bid upon, and it allows you then to make that choice and distinction, or even ASINs. You can tell Amazon which ASINs to use to show on different product detail pages. And you can also set custom bids, of course, then for those particular keywords or ASIN. So the advantages of this is simply it's a more precise way of targeting these keywords or ASINs that you're going to be bidding on. You're going to have greater control then over that bidding process versus Amazon, the auto campaign, where you're not really as in control of the bid prices. And you're going to have more stability in the long run than the auto campaigns. So typically, a lot of sellers like to use the auto campaigns just in maybe the first month or two to collect that data. And then once they have it, filter all of that into your manual campaigns so you can have that greater control. Now, as I said earlier, I want to do a deeper dive into some of the match types and the targeting levers that even are available for you in the auto campaigns. So what are match types? Match types are basically how you tell Amazon how closely related to that search term that the shopper has typed in that you want to be associated with your keyword that you're bidding on. Now, the auto campaign, even though Amazon is running those ASINs or keywords to your particular campaign, you still can give some kind of guidance as to how you want Amazon to do that. Your close match is basically telling Amazon you want your ad to be seen to shoppers who use search terms that are closely related to your particular product. This is a match type that typically does well for auto campaigns. Now, the loose match is your ad will be shown to shoppers who use terms that are more loosely related to your product. Substitutes, your ad will be shown to shoppers who view detail pages of products that are similar to yours. So let's say you sell pillows, you might be seen on pillowcases as a substitute for that particular product. Complements, your ad will be shown to shoppers who view the detail pages of products that complement your product. This is very similar to substitutes, but it's actually focused on the product detail pages. And actually, both the loose match and complements are focused on your product detail pages, and you are going to be able substitutes and complements are focused on the detail pages. So the two close matches and loose matches are for the search results, and substitutes and complements are for how you're seen on product detail pages. Now, some people like to try and test different match types with your auto campaigns. So effectively, if you do launch auto campaigns, you could launch one for each match type and see how they perform if you really want to do a broad review of that or A/B test of that type of auto match type. Now, manual targeted campaigns have different match types as well. As I mentioned, for the keywords, you have broad match, and a broad match is simply a search term that will match your keyword if it contains all of the terms or close variants, such as a plural form in any of the orders. I'll go through an example of these match types in the next slide, but phrase match is a search term will match to your keyword if it contains the exact sequence or phrase of words or their particular variations. Now, exact match is exactly that. The search term must match your keyword exactly, or have a variant such as maybe a plural. You don't have to worry about adding plurals into Amazon. It knows if you're targeting the word crutch, that the word crutches is also relevant to that particular one, even if you're doing an exact match. Product target is another, again, you can use ASINs to target particular detail pages. And so your product target is just telling Amazon, I only want to be seen on this particular detail pages. So that's the one that is primary. It's similar to exact match in the sense that that ASIN is what you're telling is the target. And so there's no variations when it comes to that. So doing a deeper dive into the manual match types, this is kind of an example that we've given you. Now this pyramid kind of represents the funneling that happens when you look at broad phrase or exact match keywords. So I'm going to look at this example of the keyword baseball caps. So if you're doing broad match, this is the base of this pyramid because it's kind of like casting the widest net. Again, your search term is going to be shown for keywords that contain all the keywords in that broad match, but they can be in different orders. And so it's not as specific as, let's say, the phrase match, which we'll go into next. But the eligible match for broad match for the term baseball caps is, for example, adult baseball caps. Obviously, adult is the only different word, or red caps for baseball. So the word caps and baseball is still in that broad or in that search query. So this would be relevant. What's not relevant is, or ineligible, would be sports cap, because sports is not what you're targeting in that broad keyword, or clubs baseball. Now, phrase match, again, is just slightly different in that the sequence has to be there for that phrase. So that search term has to match to the keyword if it contains the exact phrase or sequence of the words or their variations. So let's look at the eligibles for that would be baseball caps for girls, or red. Now, baseball caps for girls red is eligible because baseball caps is there next to each other. For girls red is just the variation of that. Or girls red baseball caps you could even do, or red baseball caps. Baseball caps is next to each other, so it's eligible for this particular match. Ineligible match is nice baseball caps or nice ball caps. The only word that's there is caps. That's similar. Cool caps for baseball. It's not phrase match because caps for baseball are in there, but they're not next to each other, and that needs to be for phrase matching. Exact match, the search term must exactly match your keyword or a plural form in its form in order to match this particular type. So eligibles for this are really just two: baseball caps or baseball caps. Baseball cap, I think I said plural or singular. Baseball caps, plural, is what you want to match this particular one. Ineligible is adult baseball caps, red caps for baseball. Anything that's not basically baseball caps or baseball cap is not going to be seen. So you can see, in looking at it this way, that the broad match are going to give you the widest net as you maybe use this to research different search terms for your keywords. And then phrase match is going to narrow that down, and then exact is the smallest funnel, because you're literally just telling Amazon, I just want to match my exact keywords that I'm bidding upon to the exact search terms that shoppers are putting in. So now that we've covered all the basics of the structures for Amazon PPC campaigns, in the next module, I'll do a deep dive into Amazon and show you the different match types within the Seller Central console.